and welcome to the gorgeous Greenville, South Carolina. My name is Sarah, and I'll be your tour guide on this lovely afternoon. I'm going to show you what makes Greenville such a special place in my heart, and why I think it's a tourist destination and will continue to attract all types of people for many years to come. Greenville has so many different things to offer, from beautiful scenery, delicious restaurants, and plenty of educational and family activities. First, let's head downtown. It's known for tasty restaurants, unique shops, and beautiful art galleries, which is why friendly locals and visitors alike come to the streets of downtown Greenville. One of my favorite parts about downtown is how relaxed, welcoming, and easy to navigate it is. Notice the sign of where we are going. Falls Park on the Reedy River, a local and visitor favorite. Falls Park is a section of pure nature downtown that has been protected from any large construction, and has many different components, from the walking trails, gardens, river, and creeks, to the famous Liberty Bridge. The Reedy River is a body of water that flows through Greenville. It is calm enough to welcome families with small children to picnic around its banks, and small wildlife to come and get a drink from its refreshing water, but it also has the large rocks that cause the Falls of Falls Park, which help give the river a little excitement and energy before it goes back to its peaceful state. The Liberty Bridge is a walking bridge that gives people the opportunity to overlook the Reedy River and its powerful falls from the safety of the bridge. Liberty Bridge is unique in the fact that it is a simple, streamlined, single suspension bridge. It has been said that it looks like it's floating on air and that there's nothing in the United States like it. This bridge in Falls Park is a true must-see of downtown Greenville. Now, let's head back down Main Street to see what the rest of downtown Greenville has to offer. Although downtown has a very quaint feeling to some, it is a large player in the upstate of South Carolina and in the South in the aspect of jobs, which makes it a very popular place for people to move to. These new Greenvillians often eat, work, and play downtown. There are over 100 restaurants in Greenville, and plenty of the most delicious are sprinkled along the streets of downtown. There are a wide range of types of cuisines, with the restaurant to fit any preference and budget, with some of my favorites being Coffee Underground, the Orient, Yap, and the Chocolate Mousse. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert, you'll always find a delicious restaurant with just what you want. As far as shopping goes, downtown Greenville is the place to be, with numerous shops that are just special to Greenville and a few more well-known stores sprinkled throughout the area. For instance, Mass General Store is a local favorite because of their unique and one-of-a-kind merchandise, just like many other locally owned stores and boutiques downtown. It's easy to find something to remind you of Greenville for years to come. On the other side of the spectrum is Southern Fried Cotton, which is a well-known Southern staple store, especially in the South, with its comfortable clothing and accessories. I believe this store represents how Greenville strives to stay true to its Southern roots, and is also hoping to get itself on the map, with more well-known companies coming into the area. The beautiful Reedy River can't just be seen once. Here's the river flowing through the city again, but through a different district of downtown. This part of downtown is more focused on a historic and cultural side, with more art galleries lining the streets, upscale restaurants that overlook the Reedy River, and the old slave quarters that still are standing today to remind us of the tragedies that have occurred in the southern states. Nearby is the Peace Center, which is a place that people flock to witness awe-inspiring performances of music, plays, and other types of art. Truly a cultural capital of the city, it also helps give back to the Greenville community by supporting local artists and organizations. Some of the performances that can be seen here are off-Broadway shows, classical ensembles, ballet, children's theater, and other popular artists. The Sterling Square statue was made in remembrance of students of the first African-American high school in Greenville, South Carolina, Sterling High School. Although the shining beauty cannot begin to cover up the horrid past of segregation, the statue will stand for years to come to help us remember the past, and to always hope for the future, especially with the new construction standing behind the statue signaling for new growth in Greenville. Keeping with the cultural ties that Greenville has, here is Heritage Green Center for Human Development. This is a section of downtown that has different museums and the city library all within the Heritage Green plot of land, conveniently located in downtown Greenville. Some of the places to visit that Heritage Green hosts are the Greenville Library, Art Museum, the Children's Museum, and the Upcountry History Museum. The Upcountry History Museum stands tall and strong in the middle of the Heritage Green Center, signaling its utmost importance not only to the city of Greenville, but also to the upcountry of South Carolina. With many different exhibits and events displaying the honest past of this great state of South Carolina, the Upcountry History Museum is a must-visit of Greenville, South Carolina. And for those of us with children, or just those of us who are children at heart, the Children's Museum of the Upstate is a place full of learning and laughter, and plenty of things to see and do. After all, it is the 7th largest children's museum in the country, which I think signals how Greenville, South Carolina is a great place to visit with children or just to live as a family. We are now leaving downtown to look at what the rest of Greenville has to offer. First thing I'd like to mention is the Swamp Rabbit Trail. This is a citywide running and biking trail. It runs through downtown and leads to other interesting places in Greenville, like parks, Furman University, and even the Greenville Zoo. It's a perfect place to go for a bike ride, walk your dog, or spend a lazy Saturday with the kids. I just mentioned the Greenville Zoo, and I wanted to spend more time explaining just what makes the Greenville Zoo a place worth visiting for me. This zoo is surrounded by 8 theme parks on one side, the Swamp Rabbit Trail on another, and then downtown on another. So it's a very unique experience, hearing the traffic and the animals together. And it's yet another family and children-related attraction in Greenville. Paris Mountain State Park is Greenville's own little piece of pure hiking, camping, and outdoor activity paradise. Paris Mountain has many different types of wildlife, from bears to squirrels to birds. It also has lots of history behind it with war sites, and it also has creeks, rivers, and lakes for fishing and boating. It's a local and visitor favorite, especially during the summer months. And popular during the rest of the year is Furman University, a local undergraduate college that is almost as well known for its campus as it is for its academics. With lovely green grass, numerous majestic fountains, perfectly planted flowers, towering trees, and beautiful Swan Lake, it's hard to beat Furman's natural beauty. It's one of the many reasons why it's a weekend favorite of the locals and tourists. As Furman's bell tower begins to strike the 1 o'clock chime, it is sadly our time to depart. But don't fret, you are more than welcome to stroll around the lake, visit the bell tower, and maybe you'll see Furman's famous animal, the black swan. But please do remember Greenville, South Carolina with its many attractions when someone asks you where to visit. Thank you, and I hope to see y'all again real soon.